Hey y'all. Thank you for joining Black Joy Space tonight. We are going to do a little relaxing yoga, and then maybe do a little bit of dance cardio. I know some people are like, what's dance cardio? So we might do some dance cardio after yoga, kind of just depends. Haven't like completely decided yet, but I definitely want to do some yoga to end out the week because I know people are really tense with everything that's happening. Like the tension is like in our bodies, and so we want to work that out. So I'm gonna start a yoga video. Give me just a second. Let's see. And then just as an FYI, you don't have to have done yoga before. This is a very basic like stretch video to kind of get your body moving. Let's see. Give me just a second. Hey y'all, so for everybody that's joining, I'm about to start a yoga video. We have a yoga instructor, Ariana Elizabeth, who has done a yoga video for BLM that we are going to show. Give me just a second, I'm just bringing up the video file. But it's a beginner yoga video. You don't have to have ever done yoga before. Just chill, kind of a way to get some tension out of your bodies. I know it's been a very rough week, and I feel like this would be a great opportunity to go ahead and do some yoga again because we really need to get the kinks out. So I'm going to start that.
Hello to my Black Lives Matter family in Louisville. Thank you so much for having me. I am so grateful and honored to lead you guys through a 20-minute or so gentle flow. It'll be very beginner friendly, and we can go ahead and meet in child's pose when you are ready. You will not need any props. All you'll need is yourself and a mat. All right, making your way into child's pose. You're going to bring your big toes to touch. Knees are going to come out wide to the mat, and you're going to sink your hips back towards your heels, walking your palms out in front of you. Spreading your fingers to the mat, grounding down into your palms, resting your forearms onto the mat. Bring your forehead in contact with the mat, and then take a deep breath in through your nose here. And an open mouth exhale. Another inhale, fill up your belly. And open mouth exhale. Beautiful. Maybe you can rock your forehead side to side here, just to massage your forehead. And when you're ready, you can bring your forehead back to center. Maybe lift your gaze a little and use your hands to kind of push your hips back towards your heels a little bit more. Now begin to walk your hands back towards you, keeping your knees wide, sitting on your heels here. If for any reason you're uncomfortable, you can bring your knees together. And we'll just find some cleansing breaths here, some Ujjayi Pranayama breaths. This will help us to literally heat up from the inside out. So with your eyes closed, you can take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up, seal your lips, and exhale back out through your nose as though you're fogging up a mirror. Another inhale, and Ujjayi breath out. You're kind of constricting the back of your throat. One more inhale, and exhale. Awesome. You can let your eyes open. Come back to your hands and knees in tabletop, stacking your wrists or your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Curl your toes a bit here, and then just rock your weight back and forth to stretch your toes out a little bit more. You can push through your palms. Take your time. Last one. Beautiful. Walk your hands a little bit further out, untuck your toes, and just sway your hips side to side. Keeping your knees on the mat. And then make some circles, going forwards and backwards, maybe counterclockwise or clockwise. And take it the other way. You might hear things pop here and there, and that is totally normal and probably feels really great. All right, when you're ready, you can curl your toes. Walk your hands a little bit closer to you, not too close. And then send your hips up and back. Keep your knees bent here in downward facing dog. And we'll take a turbo dog here. Find a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sink your hips back down toward your heels. And then lift it up. Exhale, tush comes towards your heels. Stretch it up. And last time, sink it down. Deep breath in. Exhale, straighten through your legs and begin to walk your feet right behind your wrists. Bend generously into your knees, resting your torso over your thighs. Grasp onto opposite elbows here and let your head hang down heavy. Option to straighten through your legs if that feels more comfortable to you. And then drop your head so much that you can literally look directly behind you. Maybe you shake your head no or nod it yes. And find opposite elbows for balance. Maybe sway your hips side to side. No tension in your neck. Fully release your back. And then you can come still. Release your hands to your mat. Begin to straighten through your legs, and very, very slowly, as though you're moving through honey, come up to standing. Take a deep breath in and sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, palms come together to your heart. Beautiful. Let's take another inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms come together. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, every finger except for your index fingers. Find a deep breath in here. And exhale, send your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Don't worry about leaning backwards too deep. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Inhale. And exhale. Fold it over. Namaste. Fold it right on over. Inhale, sweep the arms up high again. Interlace your fingers. Send your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale. Standing forward, fold it over. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. And exhale, palms come together. Heel toe your feet almost together to touch, but not quite. So leave maybe about 2 fists in between. Inhale to chair pose. Sink low, bend into the knees. Try not to arch your back, but tuck your tailbone directly down towards the mat. Reach your fingers up high. Send your gaze forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back to standing, palms together. Inhale to chair. Exhale to standing. Inhale, chair. Exhale to standing. Last one, best one. Inhale to chair, sit nice and low. Hold and breathe here. Feel your thighs warm up. You got this. Deep breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Come back to standing. Deep breath in. And exhale. Fold it over. Inhale, halfway lift. So you're going to float your palms to the mat. Nice flat back. Suck your lower belly up and in and gaze directly down towards your mat. And just breathe here. Shift your weight into your toes. Trust yourself here. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Come down to your knees. Lift your heels and take a small push-up here. So you're going to want to make sure that your elbows stay in. Now drop your feet, lift your chest, lift your thighs, engage everything, press through your hands. And exhale, come back to your knees, make your way into child's pose, sinking your hips back towards your heels. Forehead comes to the mat, and take a few breaths here. Beautiful, you're doing great. Rock forward into tabletop, and we'll take a twist here. So center your left palm to the mat. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. And exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right hand through that hole that you made. Rest your shoulder down. And place your hand by your face just to steady yourself. And enjoy this twist. All right, slowly press back up with your left palm. Inhale, sweep the right arm back up high. Exhale, place it down. Now center the right palm to the mat. Inhale, open up on the left side. Exhale, left arm comes through. Relax your shoulder all the way down. Head comes down. Even the top of your left hand relaxes down. You can keep your right hand by your face. And breathe. And getting ready to press back up with your right palm. Inhale, sweep the left arm back up high. And exhale, place it down. Beautiful. Walk your hands forward and lower the tops of your thighs all the way down on the mat, all the way down to your belly. Keeping your hands right underneath your shoulders. Inhale up to cobra. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, press through your hands. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, alligator pose. Take your forearms in front of you and bring your forehead in contact with your forearms. Rest the tops of your feet on the mat and take a moment here. Let's go ahead and switch. So bring your opposite forearm on top of the other and rest your forehead. Beautiful. You can begin to press back up to standing on your knees and bring your hands on your hips. Step your right foot forward. Perfect. Take a deep breath in and exhale, send your hips forward. Option to keep your hands here, or you can sweep them up by your ears. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. If you lifted your arms, or if you have your hands on your hips, inhale, lift your arms, and exhale, straighten that front leg and flex your toes towards you. Then bring your hands on either side of that foot. You can come to your fingertips. Don't worry about bringing your palms to the mat. If that's not super accessible for you, it's totally fine. And you want to work towards pulling your right hip back and your left hip forward. Now, bringing your left palm to the mat, open up your right arm. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it back down, and step your right foot back, bringing your right knee back to the mat. Lift your chest here, hands on your hips, and we'll do the left side. Step your left foot forward, deep breath in. Exhale, send your hips forward. Option to stay right here or sweep the arms up by your ears. Breathing here. Then deep breath in. Exhale, straighten through that front leg. Fingertips come to the mat, pulling your left hip forward, or left hip backwards and right hip forward. Flexing your toes towards your face. And when you're ready, you can place your palm down or stay on your fingertips and open up to the right, or to the left, namaste. Deep breath in. Exhale, place that hand down and bring your left knee back to meet your right. You can shift your hips down, scoot your bum forward, and you'll come to sitting on your mat just like this, feet flat onto the mat. Gently begin to lift your feet up on the mat or off the mat. Fingertips stay on the mat. Use your core to pull your chest forward We won't be here too long. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lower all the way down with control onto your mat, coming into Shavasana. You can flip your palms facing up, or you can even bring your arms above your head, elbows bent, palms coming in towards your head, and just relax here. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Send a little space in between your teeth to relax your jaw, relax your face. And just breathe here. And now, friends, you of course can stay in Shavasana as long as your time permits, really. And I encourage you to stay in Shavasana as long as you feel comfortable. But if you are looking to move on with your day, we'll start with a deep breath in through the nose. And an open mouth exhale, release all the heat. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, roll over on either side into fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. And fetal pose represents the transition from the practice on our mat to the practice in our daily lives. So it's really important to give yourself time for that gentle transition. And as you're ready, you can begin to press up with your eyes closed. And you can bring your palms together to your forehead to remind yourself that you are so strong, you're so capable, you're so worthy. You are worthy of anything you put your mind to, anything you request. You can have it just as much as anyone else can. You bring your palms to your lips to remind yourself to speak kindly to others, speak kindly to yourself, What you tell yourself is ultimately what you end up telling others. And then bringing your palms to your heart to remind yourself that you are loved, you're cared about, you are a human, but you are wonderfully made, purposely made, intentionally made. You have a space in the room, you have a space on this earth, and you are deserving to be here. You can take a deep breath in through your nose and an open mouth exhale. You can flutter your eyes open. God bless, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I am so thankful again to be able to lead you all through this practice. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me. I'm I try to be as responsive as I can, really. So and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And yes, I will see you at another time. Love you. God bless. Bye.
Hey y'all, I'm back. So I hope that was a relaxing yoga flow for you guys. I really wanted to kind of end the week off with yoga as well. We did a guided meditation and yoga in the beginning of the week, and I wanted to end it off with that because as someone who does yoga myself, I know that the practice is extremely healing. And all today we have been doing a healing day in support of the BLM Louisville Healing Fund that's going to support Black women in films, because we know that they face the brunt of a lot of violence and trauma. So if you would like to donate to the Healing Fund, I'm going to put that up on the screen. But also just want to relay the information. So it is bit.ly/Black Film Healing Fund. You can go there and donate. So we'll be using the Healing Fund to provide self-care needs for Black women in films. That includes therapy, maybe a spa day, or just going to get a nice meal, like just basic things that people need to heal. We recognize that like trauma and healing is usually like a last thought for Black women, especially when we recognize, how much of the work that they hold. So I think it's really important that we do have this kind of healing fund. So I'm really glad that this is an initiative that BLM Louisville is pushing. I also want to read some affirmations to you guys. I know that it's been a very heavy week. And a lot of people have been re-traumatized, are experiencing symptoms of PTSD, which is the main reason why we've continued to do the Black Joy Space every night, because like Black people deserve joy and Black joy does matter. And so I think it's really important that we continue to do that. So I just want to read a few affirmations to you guys. There will be times when you face deep, insurmountable obstacles, but that's when you dig deep in your soul for the courage and the fortitude to keep going and to never forget. Despite life's detours, you are destined for greatness. Angela Bassett said that in a award acceptance speech, and I wrote it down because I felt like we all face like extreme circumstances sometimes, and we don't know how like these obstacles, we don't know how to accomplish them. But I think it's really important to remember that you're still destined for greatness, and that even at the height of trauma or at the height of like incidents and obstacles, you're still destined for that greatness, and you can make it through that. A few other quotes that I really like are, "Not only am I good enough, I'm more than enough." Angela Bassett also said that. I think it's very important to remind ourselves that we are good enough, but even beyond that, we are more than enough. I know that as Black people, we just experience a lot of not being, valued. Black people being murdered is enough to teach you that you aren't valued. And so I want to remind you that you are good enough and you are more than enough. And then the last one I will read is, "Don't let anyone rob you of your imagination. your creativity, or your curiosity. It's your place in the world. It's your life. Go on and do all you can with it and make it the life you want to live. And Mae Jemison said that. And I thought it was really important to read that because I think that if anything, Black people are constantly robbed of their imagination and their creativity. When we ask questions about things that require creativity and imagination, like abolition or divesting out of police, it's very hard for us to grasp those things because we are so taught and it's ingrained in us early to rob us of our imagination and to take away our creativity. And I think that we have shown throughout this movement, throughout this uprising, that Black people are going to remain joyful. We're going to remain creative. And it's just something we have to constantly tap into. I think like Black art is a great example because Black people are some of the best artists. We're also the foundation for pretty much everything that exists. All of our culture, music, all of that. We would be nothing without, Black people and our music and our culture. So I wanted to provide you with those. And I leave off with a quote from Jennifer Lewis, the actor. Not even me can stop me. And I think that's a really good affirmation to tell yourself because sometimes we really get into self sabotage and like robbing ourselves of joy. And so it's good to remind yourself that like even you can't stop your purpose and your destiny and what you're destined for. It matters and it's still going to be accomplished. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this Black Joy Space that we've been doing this week. We might make it a weekly thing. I'm not sure. I think it was a really good practice to start. And I just want to remind y'all that Black joy matters. And I hope you go and get some joy.